All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Monday Kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry we are 3 minutes late here. We were just trying to make sure that we had all our tech right, and then Kathy and I got into a conversation, and then we realized we're 3 minutes late. So apologies to everyone out there who logged in right on time, and we were not there. Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that. But, hey, Kathy, thanks for joining me this morning.
Of course. Happy to be here.
So, guys, let me tell you why we do this. It's Monday Kickoff, and we want you guys to shake off the idea that Mondays are a bad day. Monday's a great day. Monday's an exciting day. Monday's a day for you to go out and make some money. That's why it rhymes with Monday. So, hey, listen, we're going to get into this idea that Monday's the best day of the week, not Friday. That we're excited about doing this job, that we're excited about building our businesses, that we're excited about building our careers, that we're excited about leaving a legacy for our children, that we're excited about buying properties and investments and stocks and all that other stuff that the wealthy buy because they have money to do it. And the only way they have money to do it is they wake up every single day as if it was a blessing and another day to go to work and make it happen, right? And so I want us to get this mental state that Monday is the first great day of the week. Right, Kathy?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you, David, because honestly, thanks to this that you're doing, it has made me, I challenge myself to get up and to do this. And nice. If you wouldn't be doing it, I wouldn't be doing it either. So
that's awesome. Thanks. Well, hey, listen, I'm going to give you kudos because I can count how many leaders we have in our organization and in our firm, and you're the only one that consistently shows up. So thank you for doing that. Being true to the push. I appreciate that.
Push.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do this for about 15 minutes, and we do this so we can get you pumped up. So get us pumped up too. Make some comments in the YouTube videos. No matter which channel you're logged in on, there's 2 different channels that we stream this to. Whichever channel you're on, do me a favor and say hello, right? And then do me another favor and hit that subscribe button so that way you know when we're putting videos out there, right? Depending on which channel you're on, depends on what you're interested in, right? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. I made some notes. You're gonna ride with me, Kathy, because you know me. Just so you guys know, I never ever prepare anybody for what I'm gonna talk about, because a lot of times, to be very honest with you, I sit here in the morning before we get started and I think about my past week, and I think about what's been out there, and I think about activities that we've been through. I think about risks that I maybe have taken. I'm thinking about so many things, and then I try to jot down some notes, and it's funny because I haven't had an office. Now, this that you see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is my in-home office / studio, right? I'm blessed enough to have a space in my house that is a private room, and I've got this crazy great office. I'll turn the camera so you can see some of it, right? I'm blocking it with my arm, but this is my office, ladies and gentlemen. It's my office / studio. And last week, for the first time in over 4 years, I signed a lease for an office. Right. And so we're stepping out of this place and we're moving into a legitimate office inside of a building, with like
that's parking. Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you for that. And so there are a lot of ideas behind this. The idea is that if the team gets together, there'll be a little more camaraderie. They'll get together, they'll have some fun. They'll see me more because I travel a lot. So when I'm in town, I'll be in the office. They'll see my grind, my hustle. They'll want to be a part of that. There's so many different things that come into play when you think about having an office, right? And having that team connected camaraderie. And it's something that you can't do inside of a house, my wife has often suggested, why don't we bring them over? We've got enough space, stuff like that. And I go, yeah, no, it's not the same thing, right? It's just not the same thing to hang out at the dining table and have munchies and stuff. No, man, I want that work environment, but I also want to make it a sexy, nice, cool environment. So it's a big risk that we're taking because now I've added this new cost of a lease and light and water and trash and, et cetera, to the repertoire of what I got to pay every single month, right? And so we're excited about it. And I started to think about this. I wrote this down. Until you have had the taste of finishing, you will never respect yourself. And so, oftentimes people are afraid to take risks. And when they don't take risks and you don't take action in your life, you oftentimes never get to finish something. You have these ideas of what you want, you have these dreams, you have these goals, right? But if you never finish them, you never have the opportunity to respect yourself. And the reason I say respect yourself, Kathy, the reason I say respect yourself is because there's this there's this thing that happens when you finish a task and you achieve a goal. And this euphoria just pours all over you and says, wow, congratulations. You followed through, you got it done through the pain and the tears, no matter what happened, you kept going and you kept going and you kept going and you got it done, right? Yeah. And when you finish and you achieve, right? And by the way, Kathy, you've heard me say before, always celebrate the small steps, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you achieve, like we celebrated signing the lease, right? Because that was an achievement. That was an exciting moment. When we furnish this place, we're going to stand in the middle of the office, and that's going to be a new achievement. We may not have made any money inside that office yet, but we know.
But you will.
Right. We know the excitement is there. We know that we're pumped and pushing up for it. And listen, once that office gets pieced together and everything looks sexy in there and all good, it's just going to breed the environment for people wanting to succeed and make money.
Yes, that's the idea. Absolutely. I mean, it's important that, so great, David, that you actually, are getting to see and see unfold before you something that you really wanted and that's going to make you happy. I mean, that's just taking you to another level, and whatever it is, for people, it doesn't have to be an office. Obviously, you've been doing this for a long time. You're at the stage of your career where you can do this, but it could be something smaller for people that are starting off, people that are seeing this and they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. I don't even know how to get there. But, step by step, if you do a little something every day, do what you say you're going to do for yourself, not for what others are seeing, but for yourself, because you're seeing it. And that's the only way that you're going to build confidence in yourself and get yourself stronger to continue to move forward and one day have your own office or whatever it is that you wish to do.
And I'm glad that you said that, because it's not about the office, right? I'm telling you my risk of the week, right? Yeah. It's not about the office. It's about whatever you're going to risk on, right? Look, I got one of my team members has a job, right? And so we sat at my kitchen table and we had this crazy deep conversation. Actually, it wasn't. We were at the New World Title office. We're sitting in the conference room having a team meeting. And I said, you want to do this thing full time? He says, yeah, man. I said, you want this real estate career? He says, yeah, man. I go, quit your job. And this boy went to work and put in his 2 weeks. That was his risk.
I remember that moment.
That was his.
I did the same thing 2 years ago.
Yep, that was his risk. You remember taking that risk. You remember the fear inside, submitting your 2 week. You know what I mean? And thinking to yourself, oh my God, what am I doing? Right? And then all of a sudden having the self-belief in yourself and going, you know what? I have to make it work.
I have to make it work.
Right. I'm gonna do this. When you have that job, it's, well, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Right.
Right. But when that job is no longer there and the guaranteed paycheck is not there, it's, I have to make it work.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Equally, with the office, that's an added expense, regardless of how much money anybody makes. When you add an added expense, you look at that expense and you go, what's going to be my return on investment in this expense? Will I 4x, 10x, 30x my expense in income from having this space, right? And so when you put that together, you go, self-belief. I have no other choice.
Absolutely.
We're going to make this work.
You got to make it work.
What was that moment for you? Like, how was that moment for you?
I mean, for me, it was basically, I did leave my job, obviously, you know that we were, 2 years ago. And David, it was that same thought. It was like, I'm going to do this. This isn't an if, a but, no, this is something that I'm going to do. The point or the matter at that point was like, how am I going to get there? I learned, you learn, you keep going. Something doesn't work out. it's not for you, you keep going.
That's right.
You learn that you're not good at everything. You're not good at one thing. You keep going. Find another good thing that you may be good at, but you keep going. And you keep going because you're doing this for yourself. You have to have that passion. Continue the drive. It's not always easy. But if, when indeed you put in everything that you have behind it, I can almost guarantee it that it's going to work. It's going to work. I've never heard of anyone that has put in all and said, oh my God, I failed. No, it doesn't happen that way. You really can achieve anything, and your office, that's an achievement. It's what you wanted. You got it. Because I'm sure you didn't just wake up one morning and said, I want an office. This is something that you have been wanting for a long time. You work for it every day, and you're able to achieve it. And that goes for everyone, for no matter what it is that they want.
I feel like you're reading my notes, right? Because you said, listen, and think about this. Think about what you just said and what my notes say. We said follow through, get it done, pain and tears, no matter what, you keep going, right?
Yep.
You mentioned all of that. And I said, I wrote this down. I go, something inside will always wither away, right? Something inside will always wither away. Yes. And the urge to quit will always be there.
100%. Right?
And again, I think we say this every Monday. The brain is designed to protect you. You have to teach the brain to take that risks.
Yes.
And so I wrote down, fight and come out the other side tougher and better. Right?
Absolutely.
Because if you came out the other side tougher and better. It's been 2 years since you had a legitimate 9 to 5 income, first in the 15th paycheck job.
Yep.
Right? Like with benefits and all the bells and whistles. Right? Now you've been taking the risk for 2 years. You've been selling real estate for 2 years. You're rocking and rolling for the last 2 years. You're pumped and ready to go.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
All right. So I said, and this goes perfect with what you wrote, what you said. Some things have to end so that some things can begun new. Right? Some things have to end so some things can begin new. And the beautiful things can come out of the broken pieces if you give the broken pieces a chance.
Absolutely.
Right? A lot of people are worried about that. Things will begin to fall apart. Things will begin to subside. Things will begin to feel broken. But if you give those broken pieces a chance, ladies and gentlemen, those broken pieces will come back together and form something more amazing. It takes courage. It takes absolute courage, strength, desire, but more than anything, it takes courage and discipline to be successful in your own business. 100%, right? Success is painful. Elon Musk said it. He said in an interview, I've said this a few times in some of my videos. So if you guys follow me on YouTube and you watch my videos, you'll hear me say this. And I say this because I'm very impressed by the answer. Because if you asked any major entrepreneur, what advice would you give young entrepreneurs trying to come up and become, business owners and entrepreneurs and founders? And most entrepreneurs, their answers will be something of some sort of advice. Do this early, do that early, find a mentor, do this, do that. Elon Musk looked at the camera and he said, don't do it. Right. And so, and that was like the craziest thing. Like when he says that, you just stop and you go, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Are you telling young entrepreneurs not to take the chance, not to take the risk? And he said, it's painful. You don't sleep. You have problems at home. If you go in 100% on your company, your personal relationships will fail. They will suffer, right? He said, Elon Musk slept on his couch at Tesla for months to get Tesla up and running on the couch for 3-4 hours. And he would wake up before the first employee would show up, and he would go to sleep after the last employee left to show them that he was there the entire time. Right. And that's what it took for him to create the Tesla. And look how many people are running off and going, oh, my God, that's such a beautiful Tesla. Oh, I would love to own a Tesla. Oh, Tesla's a luxury thing. I want a Tesla. Right. And that's where it all comes. That all that effort made people feel that way.
Absolutely.
Right? But what he said was, it's so painful and so destructive in somebody's life. No one should have to ever suffer that pain. Wow. Think about that for a moment, right? Yep. Think about that. We're bringing you in on Monday morning. We'll tell you, get pumped, go do it, make it happen for yourself. Elon is going, if you really do this at 100%, if you really do it at 100%, if you really go all in, it's painful. It's going to hurt. It creates suffering. It creates issues, right? And
Absolutely.
so, but here's the crazy part. When you come out the other side and you look back at all your accomplishments, do your accomplishments outweigh the losses that you had in your life? Because this is the same man that still runs Tesla, the same man that runs SpaceX, the same man that bought X and Twitter, right? Whatever it is now. The same man that is building Starlink, the same man that when the hurricane passed through North Carolina, he provided Starlink to the residents of North Carolina so that they can have internet and communication when they no longer had it.
Yes.
This is the man changing the world. This is the man
He really is.
He wants us to create life on Mars.
Yeah.
Right? Like he wants us to live on Mars one day. Right.
I was in a small town yesterday. Now that you said that, in the Dominican Republic, and it's a town that's really starting now to get developed. And we go to a place because we were literally like in the middle of nowhere at some point. And guess what? The little store we see, it had Starlink. We're like, oh, Elon, like you're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, it was amazing.
His goal with Starlink is to create communication and internet for the entire world.
Yeah, that was a great thing to see, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think that what you're saying about Elon, yes, it's painful, it hurts. Yes, we know that, we all know that. You know that, I know that. It's painful and it does hurt and it's hard to do. And you have to fight every day for what it is that you want. And even when you're getting it, you continue to fight, but you know you're doing it because you're really passionate about it. And at the end of the day, yeah, he's still in Tesla, he still works there because that's his love and passion. So if you're doing something for your love and your passion, your drive is going to be there. It doesn't matter what pain you go through because the ultimate goal is going to give you so much satisfaction that kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I bring on Elon, ladies and gentlemen, but listen, I'm trying to build an empire, right? You might be trying to build a castle. You might be trying to build a small building. You might be trying to build a house. You might be trying to build a village. You might be trying to build a farm. You know, Elon built a planet with all the businesses, right? Like I'm trying to build an empire. This guy took over the planet, right? Like, you know, and you know, I'm not trying to be Elon, but I know that no matter what level of success that you choose to have, you're going to find suffering. You're going to find pain. And again, I'll take it back to the beginning. Finish. Find a goal, accomplishment, celebrate. Find a goal, accomplish it, celebrate. Because until you finish, until you have that taste of finishing, you will never, ever have the opportunity to truly respect yourself. Kathy, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you, David.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have the absolute most successful week you've ever had in your lives this week. I wish you tons of success. I'm going to drop a couple nuggets. I'm going to be in San Antonio for the next few days. If I got any San Antonio listeners out there, let's see, if you want to catch up, let me know. And then the week after that, I'm going to be in San Diego doing a Freedom Day. So if you have friends and family in San Diego, let them know I'm coming and we're doing a 4-hour coaching workshop. Okay. And then November 21st, we'll be back in San Antonio with Tom Ferry, blowing it through the roof, ladies and gentlemen. And then that's it for me for the rest of the year. I
plan to be there. God willing, I'll plan to be there in Texas.
Awesome. You guys have a fantastic week. Much love to every single one of you. Hey, listen, this energy that you're feeling right now, that you're pumped up about, share it. That's the beauty of humanity. We have this opportunity to share this excitement and help the people and the persons around us. All right, guys. Thank you, Kathy, once again.
Bye, David. Have a great week.
You too.
Bye.